Federal government says Boko Haram attacks banditry reduced in last 2 years. And the Sgf Akume says North eligible for presidency in 2031, not 2027. And on the foreign scene, the UK to recognize Palestine in September unless Israel agrees to ceasefire. Good evening. This is News at 7 on Western Spring Television. I am Femi Ojo. Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals has withdrawn its lawsuit against the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority (NMDPRA), the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL), and 5 other petroleum companies. The case filed at the Federal High Court Abuja was formally withdrawn by the plaintiff's legal team. According to a notice of discontinuance filed before the court, Dangote Refinery resolved to end the proceedings against all 7 defendants, including AYM Shafar Limited, AA Rano Limited, T-Time Petroleum Limited, 2015 Petroleum Limited, and Matrix Petroleum Services Limited. In the notice, no official reason was given for its decision to discontinue the case. Details of the decision, including the relief sought and whether an out-of-court settlement was reached, remain unclear. In the suit, the Dangote Refinery had requested the court to award 100 billion naira in damages against the NMDPRA for issuing import licenses to some marketers and allowing the importation of petroleum products. In another development, First Lady Remi Tinubu on Tuesday announced a 1 billion naira donation by the Renewed Hope Initiative to support families displaced by suspected Hadas attack in Benue State. She made the announcement at the new banquet hall of the Benue State Government House during her condolence visit to the state, following the attack on the Yelwata community in June, which claimed over 100 lives. According to her, the donation aligned with the mission of the Renewed Hope Initiative and is intended to help displaced families regain stability, return to their livelihoods, and build better lives. The First Lady said she was deeply saddened by the killings that have occurred in the recent weeks in the North Central State.
On behalf of the Governing Council of the Renewed Hope Initiative, RHI will be making the donation of 1 billion naira to help displaced families get back on their feet, go back to earning a living and having a better life. This is in line with the objective of the Renewed Hope Initiative as contained in our motto, towards a better life for families. So I want to especially appeal to our traditional and religious leaders to help in whatever way to comfort all those that have lost properties, have lost wives, that we have to encourage them. Nigeria is a society that we've always been a brother's keeper. Me growing up in years, some very many years back, over 60 years ago, we used to believe that it takes a village to raise families. And I believe that a product of that is what you see standing here. We have to continue to be our brother's keepers and try to help those who are in need.
To security, the National Security Advisor, Nuhuri Bahadu, said Boko Haram attacks, banditry, and communal conflicts in the northern region have reduced drastically in the last 2 years of President Tinubu's administration, compared to what the situation was in the last administration. We made this known today while addressing northern leaders at the ongoing 2-day interactive session organized by the Sir Ahmadu Bello Memorial Foundation in Kaduna State. Citing an example, the National Security Advisor stated that 1,192 people were killed, over 3,348 kidnapped in Kaduna State during the previous administration, while more than 5,000 people lost their lives in Benue State within the same period. Ribadu said the successes recorded in the fight against insecurity are as a result of President Tinubu's directive to security agencies on a unified security approach. He said that the various security operations across the Northwest have led to the release of 11,259 hostages as of May 2025. He also disclosed that several bandit leaders and their members have been eliminated by security forces in Zamfara, Kaduna, and Katsina State.
And we have done a lot of work in the north, and I will come to share with you. At the time when we took over, few things, but extremely, very worrying, disturbing, was ongoing. 4 intractable security challenges impacted our country. They are Boko Haram. Boko Haram is close to over 20 years now. And not long ago, even Lakura, because of the collapse of the Sahel countries. All of them are gone. It's only Nigeria as a Sahel country that is standing, but we feel it. Banditry, especially in the north, and kidnappings, northern Nigeria, northwest, north central, and indeed across. Separatists, I have told you about them, the IPOBs and so on. The Niger Delta and communal clashes across the country, both in and out. What the Sgf said about harder farmer clashes. 3 of these categories of challenges, Islamist insurgency, I've told you about the Sahel, banditry and communal conflicts, which includes farmers and herders clashes, were predominant, particularly in northern Nigeria. So, I will share with you a bit of what was happening before June 1st, 2023. Simple things like the train attack. Just some few months before this government came in, bandits, they were in control of the North Central, Abuja. They will attack at any time. They attack Kuje prison. They attack our churches. They kill gas brigade soldiers who are guarding.
Staying with security, the troops of Operation Hadinkai have again repelled a coordinated ISWAP attack in Bita, a community under the Goza local government area of Borno State. Confirming the incident, the Defense Headquarters, in a statement posted on its official Facebook page, said it occurred around 10:25 p.m. on July 25. This is coming 6 days after Boko Haram attacked the same Bita, an area under the Goza local government area. The statement, however, noted that while the troops neutralized many insurgents, no casualty was recorded on the part of the military, and it further added that the general situation remains calm, though unpredictable, while troop morale and combat readiness remain high. In the meantime, the Chief of the Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has called for sharper and smarter strategic thinking and synergy among Nigeria's military forces in tackling complex security threats. General Musa made the call at the opening of the Armed Forces Unified Strategic National Security Exercise organized by the National Defense College and Services War Colleges on Tuesday in Abuja. The Defense Chief, represented by the Chief of Defense Training, Rear Admiral Ibrahim Shatima, described the exercise as a blueprint for operational excellence in the face of 21st century threats. He said Stranex, a high-level simulation exercise, brought together top military minds, international participants, and key stakeholders from ministries to agencies to rehearse responses to complex national security scenarios. According to him, the collaboration was enhanced in the service coordination, joint planning, and strategic unity of purpose, which is central to the operational effectiveness of the armed forces. He further reaffirmed the armed forces' commitment to building a more cohesive, responsive, and development-oriented military. Moving over to Kogi State, police operatives have confirmed the recovery of the corpse of a photojournalist, Ayo Ayikweku, who was allegedly murdered by Oluwapelumi Adebayo, an officer with the Nigeria Correctional Service in Lokoja last Sunday. The spokesman of the command, William Aya, welcomed family the recent development to journalists, said Ayekwekwu's body was found on Sunday evening at a location in Zone 8 in a bush near the Jamb office, Lokoja. He stated that the corpse has been deposited at Kogi State's Specialist Hospital, Lokoja, assuring that a discreet investigation will help the police uncover what truly happened. The command's public relations officer appealed to the victim's family, colleagues, and the public to provide credible information to aid the investigation. Meanwhile, the Kogi State government has assured the family of the late Ayo Ayekweku that justice will be done for the Kogi 40 journalist. And turning to politics, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator Sgf Akume, has said the North will be eligible for the presidency in 2031 and not 2027. He said that these are a two-day interactive CS session on government citizens engagement today in Kaduna, calling on the region not to do something that will undermine its territorial integrity. He further appealed to the political class in the North to wait till 2031 before they take another shot at the presidency.
I want to appeal to us all. By this conception, the North, the region that is so dear to me, will be eligible for the presidency in 2031, not 2027. I said this because I love you. We love all of you. Let us not do something that will undermine our territorial integrity, and tomorrow people may be tempted to support others against us. Nigeria will not cease to exist, but we need patience to arrive at our turn.
Ahead of the National Assembly by-elections, the Edo chapter of the People's Democratic Party has called for the immediate removal of the Resident Electoral Commissioner, REC, Dr. Anogbum Onoha. Chairman of the Edo PDP Caretaker Committee, Dr. Anthony Azegbemi, made the call during a press conference in Benin this afternoon. Azegbemi alleged that the REC acted in a compromised manner during the 2024 state governorship election, leading to a loss of confidence in his neutrality. INEC had fixed August 16 for the by-elections in Edo Central Senatorial District and OVO Federal Constituency to fill two vacant legislative seats vacated by Senator Monday Okpebolo and Honorable Dennis Idahosa. According to Azegbemi, Dr. Onoa's continued presence poses a threat to the credibility and fairness of the upcoming by-election. The PDP urged the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu,
Native food water can prevent transmission. Additionally, practicing safe sex, avoiding sharing needles, and ensuring clean medical care can also help prevent the spread of hepatitis. Treatment for hepatitis depends on the type and severity of the disease. For chronic hepatitis B and C, antiviral medications are the cornerstone of effective management. Direct-acting antivirals, DAAs, can cure over 95% of cases of hepatitis C within 8 to 12 weeks. While there is no cure for hepatitis B, antiviral medications can suppress viral replication and slow disease progression. However, the cure for hepatitis C is not the end of the journey. Patients require ongoing monitoring and care to prevent reinfection and manage long-term liver health. This includes regular liver function testing, lifestyle counseling, and comorbidity screening for fatty liver disease, diabetes, and alcohol use disorder. To commemorate the day, this year, the federal government of Nigeria, in partnership with the World Health Organization, has launched a nationwide hepatitis elimination campaign, tagged Project 365, to tackle and move the country towards elimination by 2030. The project aims to boost screening, diagnosis, vaccination, and treatment, particularly in rural and underserved communities. The campaign involves several key components, such as mass testing, vaccination for hepatitis B, negative individuals, treatment rollouts for hepatitis C cases, and advocacy on prevention methods like safe sex and hygiene. The project will also partner with state governments, media, and religious leaders to promote awareness and sensitization. Project 365 is a bold step towards eliminating hepatitis in Nigeria, and with international support and commitment, it can make a difference and create hepatitis-free Nigeria. Prevention is key in managing hepatitis, which is why it is essential to get tested, vaccinated, and seek treatment if infected. Together, we can break down barriers and save lives. Sgf Akume, Western Spring Television News.
You're watching News at 7 on Western Spring Television.